Parents and coaches RSVPing on SportsEngine allows program leaders to effectively plan and organize team activities, practices, and games. By indicating your availability or unavailability for each event, coaches and team managers can make informed decisions regarding roster selection, practice drills, and game strategies. It also helps us ensure that we have enough coaches, equipment, and resources to provide the best possible experience for everyone. This video will show a couple of ways to use the SportsEngine app to quickly and easily RSVP to a practice, game, or other event. The mobile application has multiple ways to RSVP, but these are some ways I use personally to communicate with my teams. Funny enough, this intro takes longer to say than it does for someone to RSVP to a practice. Now we'll start here at the home screen on the SportsEngine app on my phone. The teams we're looking at will be the teams that I'm a part of as a guardian or coach. We know that I'm a guardian and coach on those teams because of the green dot that says my team. And we'll start out with my favorite way. I like this way because I have multiple players in an organization and like to look out into the future with my responses. So what I'll click is the schedules on the bottom. And from here, we can see we're looking at January. That's a Monday, the 8th. And I have mini mites, learn to skate, 2 learn to skate sessions, and then a session for 10U that I follow as a fan. Notice there's no RSVP for that. And we can see here that we have all yeses. So on Monday, January 8th, we've indicated to coach that we will be there. So if we click in, if we want to look at these, we click on the green dots here, and we can see that JJ Pettit, the coach, said yes. And Lucas Pettit, the player, is also going to be there. And so we indicated yes as well. Now, if we look forward a little further to, say, January 10th, we have a mites practice. And we can see that we did not respond to this one yet. We know that because we can see there, are you going in blue? And so I want to communicate with my coaches that, yes, we will be there. So we will click the blue, are you going? And the names will come up. So in this case, on the top, we have JJ Pettit, the coach, and Jonathan Pettit, the player. And so we have the option of clicking yes, maybe, or no. Any response is better than no response. So in this case, we'll click yes. And for Jonathan, we'll also click yes. Well, there you have it. We've responded to multiple teams on multiple days in a matter of seconds that yes, our player and coach will be there. Now let's look at some hypotheticals. So we'll head back to the home screen. And in this hypothetical, say that our Learn to Skate player is sick. So we know they're part of Learn to Skate Orange. So because it's individual player, I like to go into that team individually. So we'll click on Learn to Skate Orange in bold. And we can see here that we have 2 greens, which indicate at this time 2 yeses. But remember, in this hypothetical, we want to communicate to coach that no, our skater will not be there for this event. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click on the event itself. So right by that Learn to Skate, we'll click on that. And that'll take us to our next screen. And this screen allows us to do 2 things. 1, we can change our RSVP like we did earlier. And 2, we can make a note. So we're going to go, and in this case, Samuel is our skater, our Learn to Skater. We're going to change his from a yes, as you can see here. We'll click on it itself. And remember, we have the option of yes, maybe, or no. It's a no in this situation because hypothetically he's ill at this time. And then we want to tell coach, Sammy's sick. So on the right-hand side, you'll see the 3 dots, and we'll click the 3 dots, and it gives us the option to add note. We want to add the note. And in this hypothetical, we'll put in here sick. Click done and save note. And you can see underneath Sammy, it says sick. So what that does, when coach looks through who's there and who's not going to be there for that individual practice, he not only knows that Samuel will not be there, but also the reason for him not being there is that he's sick. Now, another way to use this is, say I'm running late as Coach JJ. I can go in here, and if I know I'm going to be late, I can add the note and say 15 minutes late. Hopefully that's not the case, but in this way, I have communicated with my coach that I'll be 15 minutes late and he can plan accordingly. Vice versa, has to leave early. All these notes can be put in there to communicate with your coach in a nice, simple format that they can see. To recap, we've responded to multiple teams on multiple days in a matter of seconds that, yes, we will be at that practice. We've learned to edit a player's RSVP to account for a sick player and add a note so our coach knows why he's missing. We've also learned to add a note for a potentially late coach. And now I better change all this back to yeses and get rid of my notes before my team thinks that I'm going to be late and Sam's going to be sick when we don't know if that's the case. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, email ask.weha@winonahockey.com.